Still on Alderaan. Do I have one of these? That would not be subtle. Alright, still on Alderaan for now. I had to stop kind of urgently yesterday. Well, kind of urgently. Mother-in-law needed help. Watcher 3. Go self-follow up. Expect the Eagle's network. Found something strange. Fendek is teaching his followers. It looks like a few outsiders and connected to terrorism trained under him as well. Some of the data on students have been wiped. Well, yeah, of course. But they're with all old man's techniques. So there's another, maybe not terror cell, but at least others who've been trained in his techniques out there doing nefarious stuff. Wonder if I'll run into him later. Okay, wait, where am I going? You go say spaceport. That's that way. Tron cycle. It's actually like Grievous's cycle. Good thing the smoke is finally clearing out from the area. Imperial Black Ops. I'm guessing that they're also a sniper. Imperial agent. But yeah, smoke's finally gone away. I woke up this morning. It was hot in the house, trying to get some cool air inside of here, and of course, you know, can't really. Well, checking the smoke levels on my phone. Like, is it okay? It's barely okay, but it's up to get some. And then I start getting a headache because where I sit to do my work is close to a door. They go, the door that goes outside. Which, yeah, during the summer, it's not. I always joke around. It's the coldest place in the house, even during the summer. But yeah, being close to that door, it's nice when we get a nice breeze inside there. The only problem is I get cold, and if it's smoky, I get a headache, sinus headache. All right, check out the holoterminal and see what's going on.
This is Watcher 2 to Cipher 9. Verify that you're receiving and prepare for takeoff. We've located the Eagle.
Tell me where.
We knew the Eagle had abandoned his old base, but until you neutralized that last cell, we didn't know the details. Now we do. The Eagle is on Hutter. Get there as soon as you can.
All right.
Do you have an exact location?
Working on it. I've got half a dozen satellites scanning the swamps. I have to go now, Cipher, but I'll brief you on site. Watcher 2 out.
Wait, on site? She's coming to Hutter? Why am I stuck? Didn't I have that issue before? I got stuck. Like stuck inside the, I remember where I got stuck, but I never got stuck before. That is an, I think that's an ugly looking gun. Okay, well, time to head for Hutter. Head back to Hutter. Wonderful. Actually, well, this should wrap up Chapter 1.
Signal received. Transmission secure. All right, Cipher. Looks like this is the real thing. Ready to invade the Eagle's nest?
Okay, what happened?
Right now I'm going in blind, you tell me.
Given Pygon probability calculus suggests 86% odds. I ran the numbers myself. The Eagle and his men are holed up in an old refinery beneath the river. Sending coordinates now. You'll lead the forward assault, but military reinforcements will surround the base and follow you in. Primary objective is to capture or eliminate the Eagle himself.
Acknowledged and understood.
Your secondary objective is the Eradicators. The terrorists have begun launching their biomechanical weapons over Imperial worlds. Once the devices are ready, the terrorists can fire on cities and military bases from orbit.
Okay, we kind of knew that already, but thank you for reiterating.
Why haven't the devices been activated already?
It could be the eradicators aren't fully mature. It could be their activation is more complicated than expected. When you're in that base, don't let anyone escape. Don't let the Eagle murder again. Watcher 2 out.
All right, I thought that she was going to actually show up, physically show up here, so that's okay. She doesn't. Don't need her to. I'm just remembering the warning I got from Watcher X, basically, or not warning. The personnel file of her saying that Watcher 2 tends to, is the terminology, form deep personal bonds too much. Okay, I want Cleo for this one.
Can't live without me, huh?
You got it. Let's move out. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying about the smoke clearing out. Got things opened up, started getting headaches. I had to close the doors for a while.
Do you require medical attention?
But things got, throughout the day, the smoke blew away. Able to open the door again and let some air inside. And right now the house is airing out, which is good. And because of smoke earlier and it lifting, it's actually blocking some of the sun, so it's a little bit cooler today, which is good. Because it's Monday and I don't want to start the week all bad, especially since tomorrow I got a bunch of phone calls I have to host. I usually do those once a month. I host a bunch of phone calls and then I talk with our team in India. Both those things happen once a month, and it's done not bad. I'd rather not have to host phone calls, but it helps. Because sometimes getting people way over there, wow. Getting people on the phone, and I'd rather do everything email and text message and IM, whatever. But yeah, I admit getting people on the phone occasionally does help, because then they can explain it better. It just drains me because I hate being on the phone. Even as a tech support, I hate to be on the phone. Oh, and the tech support my mother-in-law needed, she gave her old laptop to a friend, and the friend kind of was, they were trying to figure out, like, okay, she's like, I forgot my old password, and how does my friend get into the laptop? I forgot my own password. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's no problem. You just reset the laptop. Or, so I can kind of walk them through that. Simple. I was like, you're not worried about anything being, of course, you're not worried about anything being erased on there. It's like, nope, it's whatever's on there. I don't need anymore. Okay, well, then reset it. And that's her friend asked. It's like, just factory reset? And yeah. I could tell you how to do it. She goes, oh, no, I got to know how to do a factory reset. I'm like, then perfect. We already got it. Because it'll just, set things back, Windows back the way it was when it first got laptop, and you're golden. Is that the world boss? Can't remember if that's world boss or not. I don't think that's the world boss. I know the world boss. So I want to say the world boss would actually say world boss on it. Should I take it down? I'm going to take it down. Just because I can. Let's load up some shoulder missiles. One of these.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not going to take very much at all. Yeah, that can't be a world boss. Because I fought the world boss on Tython multiple times. And that thing was, even with a ranked up character like Well, I fought my level 80 character. Well, actually level 70, but still my Jedi was level 70 at the time. It took, and it's still a lot more difficult than that was. That's okay though. I got my shoulder cannon ready for this. Let's take them all out. Let's take them all out. Eating the droids. So, okay, going back to telling my stories. Talk about, well, I mentioned my mom's dad before, you know, of course he's the one who owned the farm we lived on and stayed with him for a little bit, you know. I say we as my brother and I stayed with him a little bit when my younger brother was in the hospital. I was going to say jail. Was in jail, you know. As you do with small children, you put them in jail. I don't have to put that guy. I'm just gonna keep going. So yeah, as I mentioned before, my mom likes to destroy relationships, and she likes to get in fights with people. And one of the people she got in a fight with was her dad, my grandpa. I don't even know what it was about. It probably wasn't anything. He probably told her she needed to do better by his kids, and she probably got mad. Who knows? But yeah, but despite her being like that, I mean, she really did care for her dad. So this story's gonna be kind of, a little bit sad, because this is whenever we learned that he died. And we'd already moved back to Walla Walla, of course, by the time he died. I didn't know he was sick, and I can't remember if she knew or not, but
Rise and shine.
yeah, he had cancer. I know it was stomach cancer, pancreatic cancer, something like that. It was his stomach, but I got to take out a bunch. Okay, I can do that. But he had cancer and he died, and so the way we found out is my mother's mother, my grandma. Her and my grandpa divorced and remarried so many times, and she remarried other men. It's very convoluted. Let's not go into that right now. I will spend this whole game talking about how convoluted that is. After I explained it to my wife before, and she's like, that's very I need a scorecard. You take this one out first. I get the one there, side of the room. So what happened was, we were living close to we were living in the house, the large house, and my grandma had my mom come over, and us boys come over. I can't remember how she, like, had us come over for something. But she's like, hey, there's somebody I want you to talk to. And it was a guy, and she introduced him as her pastor of her church. And, you know, automatically that's a little red flag right there. It's like, what do you... Now, the thing about my grandma is she would join some really weird churches. And she even tried playing, we used to call playing the odds, by joining multiple churches in order to ensure that she was in the right church, because she was convinced that was the only way she was going to, you know, have her soul saved, go to heaven, and get rich, and get riches. And it was most about get riches. But, oh, it's the Eagle. Guess I'll tell this one later.
Sir, we're cut off. Thurston and Gerald tried to get out, but the Imperials are all over the swamps.
They would be. Damnation. I promised Gerald she'd die with the detonator in one hand and a glass of brandy in the other. Seems she's made a liar of me.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't be. You were everything I could have hoped for. Now carve us a path out. I'll follow soon.
Why am I not sniping this guy right now?
All right, I see you. The least I could do was send the boy off with hope. But have you seen the strength of the revolution? Cells on Nar Shaddaa, Tholet and Molvar, Alderaan, Balmorra. It's an inspiration, no matter how it ends.
We don't get to go to Holoterminal or Molvar.
When it ends with your death, you won't be so inspired.
It won't end with my death, though. It won't even end on Eradication Day.
Oh, you don't understand. It will end. So I'm telling you the story while I'm shooting down the Eagle. So yeah, my grandmother invites this guy over, and like I said, she's an interesting fellow. All right, let's talk to the Eagle, then hopefully tell her after he's dead.
Oh, damnation. Even surrounded, even seeing you, I didn't think it would happen like this. But you haven't won. The Eradicators will still activate. Even without orders, without targets, they'll shoot blind. Random. Fire will rain upon the Empire.
How do I stop them, Eagle? Talk.
You don't. Not without the codes. And even I only have half. The Eradicators won't hit my targets, but rampant, they'll cause chaos and death. You should be proud. One of your own people proposed the devices. My patron, servant of the Empire behind it all.
Why reveal this now? What are you trying to do?
Think of it as one last seed of discord sown before Eradication Day. Goodbye now. Watch me burn.
Shoot him in the leg.
Get back!
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Area is clear. Sir, are you all right?
Cypher 9, it's Watcher 3. Are you hurt? That was a nasty explosion.
A little singed, but better than the Eagle.
That really was him? Fantastic. Keeper sent me to assist with information retrieval, slicing the Eagle's computers. I'll also check out that device there. I think it's an Eradicator.
Move fast. The Eradicators may still be a threat.
Yes, sir. Cypher, I've got some preliminary findings. It's not good news. I overheard what the Eagle said. Looks like he was telling the truth. If no one gives the Eradicators new orders, they'll go mad. Fire randomly.
Any idea how to disable them?
Here's the good part. I figured out their control mechanism. Transmit the proper codes, and you can set the device's targets, disable them, anything. The Eagle stored half the control codes on his computers. Someone else must have the second half.
You're good with computers. Fake the damn codes.
I'm really sorry, sir, but I don't think I can. I'll do my best. You should head to Drummond Cars. I don't think there's anything more you can do here, and Keeper wants you back at headquarters.
Okay. Sorry about that. Speak to Keeper. Well, we got the Eagle, but now we got to worry about the Eradicators. Oh, wait. Where's Keeper? I can speak to him on Drummond Casta. So let's do, you know what? I'm going to use priority transport. I totally forgot I had that. So yeah, getting back to my story, sorry, big yawn there. My grandmother asked this pastor from one of her churches to come over, and he's like, first thing he comes out of his mouth is to my mother and to my mom is, your father was a good man, but he's still going to hell because he didn't go to my church. And I kid you not, that was what he said. And now, like, what? And my mom just lost it, of course. Going off on this guy, going off on her mother. It's like, my dad's dead, and this is the way you choose to tell me by telling. And oh yeah, so they had a big fight, and that door's closed. Let's see if it opens up later on. But yeah, I remember it so distinctly because it was like, what, Grandpa's, this is how you, like, we were preteens at that time, and it just like was one of those pivotal points. You know, you got those points in your life where you kind of, you remember where you were and what happened. And yeah, after that, my mom, I mean, she didn't talk to her mom for months. And even after that, their relationship wasn't great in the first place, but it was even worse because of all that. I'm gonna go sell some stuff real quick.
Do you require medical attention?
But yeah.
Be well.
So that was, you know, when she started, you know,
ready for departure.
My mother started disappearing for, you know, days at a time. She'd bring home weird guys, and we'd throw firecrackers at them. And then she met Butch, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great time. She kind of just left us boys to ourselves at this, just lost in our own grief and anger. Which, yeah, being a parent, I mean, I can understand having a grief and anger, but being a parent, you kind of, I don't know, she kind of just, I don't know, so it's two thoughts here. It's like she just wasn't, I don't know if I could do that with my own kid, but I'm different than that. I'm different than her. I mean, something bad, I don't know who I'd end up losing to, well, hell, almost lost my wife. I don't think I could do that, even if we had that almost happen, just couldn't do that to my kid. Oh, that group's gone along with their stuff. But yeah, that was kind of how I learned how my grandpa died, is that way. And yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that pastor again. And which I understand. I mean, I understand what my grandma might have been thinking is like, hey, I'll get somebody, you know, involved with the church, and because we've always been, you know, Christian light, you know, go to church on. Well, us boys, we went to church a lot more than that, but kind of Christian light, you know, how like we believed in those things, but we didn't really practice, you know, go to church maybe on Easter or Christmas or whatever. There's a lot of people like that. But yeah, I'm pretty certain that, you know, it's my grandma probably thought, I was like, well, I forgot my way. It probably thought, well, I'll get somebody in here who can, you know, like, hey, you know, what are you thinking? Just to be comforting. And instead, the words out of his mouth, I'm like, are you sure? What the? Like, mother, are you kidding me? Are you How is it? That is not how you tell somebody that their parent just died.
Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. But the crisis has only escalated. The Eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
I understand, sir.
Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the Eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
I assume you have a plan.
In order to deactivate the Eradicators en masse, we need the control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the patron. A man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
Any idea who it could be?
I have my doubt that this patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
How do you know everyone here is trustworthy?
I hope you're joking. Otherwise, I expect you to back up any allegations. Finish the report, Watcher 2.
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the Eradicators than anyone.
Are you all right with this?
I'll do what's necessary.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into Artus unnoticed. After that, infiltrate whatever base the patron is using. Recover the Eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
If you want to talk before the mission, I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Zhorrid heard you were returning to Drummond Cass. She wants to speak to you.
Any idea what she wants?
No, she tells me very little. When you're through, head to the Artus system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
I was going to say, ooh, I like that woman, but I was like, how would Cleo react to that? Because sometimes when I say it, I'm joking around, of course, and... Fine, let's talk to Watcher 2.
Cypher, I'm glad you stopped by. I've been going over the mission parameters, studying the Eradicator control codes, scans of the Artus system. We're facing a mystery, and I hate mysteries.
You may hate mysteries, but you're pretty good at solving them.
I am. I don't mind having that recognized. Call it vanity, but I like knowing my creation served a purpose. What about you? What's been going through your head since this countdown to Eradication Day started?
All I can think is that someone's betraying us.
Don't. Keeper knows the players involved, and Lodenth and I can run the psychological profiles. If someone's disloyal, we'll find out.
You sound awfully sure of that.
I am, and I don't want to discuss the matter further.
Works for me.
In any case, you should get ready. The Eradicators won't wait for either of us.
Why did we walk over here?
Let's get this done.
We don't have much of a choice, do we? Once you take off for the Artus system, I'll be on your tail. We'll meet out there.
Why did we walk all the way over here? That was a bit weird. Alright, let's go meet with Darth Crazy Lady. Yeah, again, some of the dialogue choices are weird. I do like the Imperial agent story. It's just, again, dialogue choices are weird. Okay, where is Darth Crazy Lady? She's right in the middle. I figured she would be. And fortunately, there's a little bridge over here I could take.
What do you think they want?
Don't know.
And then some people are actually having...
And who sold him all that ration paste, eh?
The same person who hid a tracer in the box. Just in case.
I'll take it back. When they call us in, you should ask if they're hiring.
I don't know how many dead bodies will be in her little office. Yeah, like the Imperial agent story. I also like, in fact, most of the stories are pretty good, honestly. Okay. Oh, no dead bodies, just a robot.
Physical trauma includes electrical burns, lacerations, and retinal damage. Transfer to a Colto tank for long-term recovery is strongly recommended.
You suggest a Dark Council member hide in a vat? For healing?
I am programmed to dispense medical advice based on all relevant factors.
Get out! Have yourself disassembled, made into a probe and sent to the most desolate place in the Empire. Look, Agent, they hurt me, and then they laughed. How could they?
What do I say? They, or I can think of reasons. Fine, I'll be nice.
Who did, my lord?
After Vioriano broke, I called the council to assembly. I demanded the lords give me the respect I was due. Some were angry, mocked me. They tormented me and warned me not to overstep my bounds again.
Yeah, you're dealing with the Sith Council. You don't ask for respect, you take it from them.
You'll get revenge on them, surely.
Oh, Age, you don't understand. It's all Jadis's fault. He was my master, but he never taught me what I needed to know. Now he's dead, and I'm not ready for his council seat.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm so sorry.
For letting my father get assassinated, or for failing me. I know what's happening in Imperial intelligence. I know you're going on a mission, and that the Eagle wasn't the man you thought. Swear that you'll find whoever really killed my father. Swear that the man responsible will pay for forcing me into this wretched life.
Again, what I chose, I did not expect that to be the outcome of the dialogue. Did I do very well? If I do very well, it's probably going to say, oh, yes, let me ask Kiss a little bit more.
My priority is deactivating the Eradicators, not revenge.
You would deny me this? I am still Sith. If Darth Jadis hadn't been murdered, I would never have taken this place on the Council. I would never have been humiliated. His killers are to blame. Swear you'll make them hurt.
You're pathetic, Zhorrid.
Get out! Get out of my sight, now! Crawl out of here, before I decide you're worth burning!
Okay, I like that a little bit. See, that's kind of what I was trying to get to in the first place, but every time I'd make a dialogue choice, it wouldn't go that way. Alright, well, I'm going to cut this one short today. So I'm going to go ahead and get back and go to the cantina and log out there. Or, you know what, I'm going straight to my ship. That'd be easier. I'm going to have to go there later anyway, won't I? So, actually, let me go and do this conversation with Cleo before I log off.
Hey, Agent. Take a look at this.
Where is she?
I don't know. How would I know?
Khalil Janus and her Twi'lek associate was seen attacking exchange resources on Nar Shaddaa. Should I believe you wouldn't seek revenge? I want her last known location, and I want it now!
I love it. Listen to that little tremor in his voice. He's adorable.
He does say your name with fondness.
Ijal and I go way back. Soon as I show my face, he starts torturing people to track me down. He's been obsessed ever since we split up on Farstein. For an arms dealer, he's kind of sweet. Makes me feel wanted.
If you've got such a bond, why not let him find you?
Not much of a game then, is it? Of course, if he finds me, he might be dangerous. I might need someone to protect me from the bad, nasty man.
Against the two of us, I doubt he'll pose much threat.
Aren't you confident? I'll keep you in the loop. Next recording gets out, we can watch it together.
Alright, crazy woman and crazy companion.
If you can guess who's been talking to Nemro the Hutt, you owe me a drink.
From your tone, I'd say I'm looking at her.
Bingo. If you don't have a bottle on you, I'll take my prize in cash. Me and the Crime King were wrapping up some old business, long story. But he let slip something interesting. Remember Ujal, my arms dealer come stalker? He's been touching base with a lot of guys I used to work with, Nemro included.
Why would he be talking to Nemro?
He just wants information. Here's the problem. Now that Yajal's tipped his hand, some of my other ex-partners, the ones with grudges, they figure they need to hit me before Yajal does. We're talking people who should have moved on years ago. Guess I left a mark.
You do have a way with people. What should we expect?
I'm not going to make a list, but first example who comes to mind, card shark named Todd Eagle. Not a lot of guts, but he was rich and cute. We lived the high life until I broke his heart. Bet he'll hire some sleazebag to find me.
Tar-Teagle Card Shark. Any other names?
Told you about your Jal role. Nemro and I are good. I'll let you know if anything else turns up. We might actually have to do something about this.
Oh, another one.
All right, we've got a problem. I told you about my ex-partners, how they decided to come after me.
Are they teaming
Well, that's
up?
fine. I can deal with that. What's not fine is when random freaking bounty hunters come after me because they smell a trend.
Who's coming after you, Kalia?
Guy's called the Menace. Never worked with him, never dated him, never heard of him. He's tracking me down. Apparently got a rep as a duelist. Probably wants to auction me to anyone with a grudge.
This has gone far enough. We hunt him down and send a message.
I like it when you talk that way. I'll let you know when I have a plan. You and me, we're gonna get these people.
Okay. Last one?
Hey, I know I've been busy, but when are you gonna buy me that drink?
Tell me what you like and I'll fetch two.
First things first. I know how you treat girls on missions. You see someone you want, you go after her and make her want you too. It's a fun game for a while, but we both can play better. You agree?
I like a game that has challenge.
So let's take a walk and find a cantina. You don't know how to dance and hold a gun? I can show you sometime. Have to call it a night for now, though.
We don't have to. I'm sure the mission can wait.
Hey, it's been fun, but the mood's long gone. Get going before you bore me.
Alright. Now I'm going to log out. Alright, well, once again, thank you for watching. This one's going to be a shorter one, but that's okay. And I will talk at all of you later.